Hey guys, Caleb here. Just want to make a quick video. I'm just here at home recovering from hip surgery, watching some basketball. But I wanted to make this video just to update you guys on where my team is at, what's happening with the Prosperity Nexus Group, and to talk about something a lot of people have been asking me about, which is sponsor shopping. I want to talk about that a little later in the video, as well as accountability and helping my team members close their sales and how we have accountability in that. And so this past week has been wonderful. I had a $9,500 week. Once again, here at the Prosperity Nexus Group and with my team, we're all about honesty. We're about integrity. We don't give outlandish figures. That's not what we use to leverage sales, to get people on our team. We are all about really getting people on our team to help them better position themselves financially and break out of whatever situation they're in. We don't use money as the leveraging tool. It's really about the team culture. It's about the training, it's about helping people, it's about paying it forward and stuff. But obviously, within the program, you want to succeed and do well if you're going to invest in it. But so I've had a $9,500 past week. It's shaping up to be a really good month this month, which is March 2018. So things are going well with my team. Right now, it's been wonderful. Many people on my team are making sales. It's a busy time of year for the business. If you're looking to join, this is a great time. Things are really just happening. A lot of different new marketing techniques. A lot of people are responding. A lot of people are signing up. What's neat is a lot of people on my team are making sales, making money, and they're helping people. I've been able to help them. Now they're helping people beneath them, and it's just kind of growing out like a tree. And it's been pretty neat to see. And that's kind of, once again, why I've said in other videos, this is why I do what I do, is primarily for that. The success stories, the changed lives, because those are permanent things that are wonderful. Money is one thing. Materialistic things are another, but to see people's lives get changed and to see people be happy and to see people to be able to live life the way they want to live it and be with friends and family, that was my motivation. It's neat to help people achieve that as well. So just want to talk about those things that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, talking about sponsor shopping, accountability, closing sales. So one thing that I do on my team very, very specifically is I help close your sales in the beginning. So when you join my team and we start your marketing, I really help you close your sales. So a lot of people will say, well, that's great and all, but how do I know if I send you one of my leads, a voicemail or an email, how do I know what's happening with it? How do I know that you're not just closing the sale and then taking the lead? Well, number one, that's what happened to me in a lot of other programs. They would say, I'll close the sale for you, but here's a fee I'm going to charge if I close the sale for you. So there was a fee. They did not want to do a three-way call with me, so that was a red flag I should have noticed. And they never updated me till way down the road. And it wasn't until I called one of those people I found out they joined my sponsor, my mentor, so to speak, quote unquote mentor, if you want to call him that. So what we do here that's different is when you're on my team and you start marketing and you get leads in, what I have people on my team do is when they get a voicemail, I give them a special spreadsheet. They put, the name, the voicemail, the email, the background of the person. They send it to me. I review it, and we do three-way calls. I rarely, if ever, will call one of your leads to help you close a sale. And what I mean, I don't just do like the final call. I call in the beginning, the initial calls, because you need to listen to learn. So in the beginning, I'll call the person on my team first. Then we call the lead. So you're listening in and you're learning. And it always is a three-way. Why? Because you have to have accountability. And I don't charge any kind of closing costs. I don't charge anything for even doing the initial call. So I'll do the initial calls in the beginning, and you need to listen and learn. We have great training, scripts, videos, PDFs, but you need to listen and observe. And then what happens is that as you progress in your training, as you get more comfortable, you'll call me, and then you'll dial the number of the lead, and I'm going to listen in and see how you're doing. And should I need to step in, I would. But that way, you're listening to me and you're learning, and then I'm listening to you and observing and giving you tips and stuff. But I'm always there to help you with your first couple sales, and even beyond that, should you need my help. My goal is to always train people so they're independent and they really understand and they know the business and they can be successful with it. So that's how I really keep accountability with helping people, because you need help in the beginning. It's imperative that you have training. It's imperative that you have someone call your lead so you can listen to know what that's like. But it has to be done in a way that lends itself to accountability. Because if you're just sending me information and then I'm just calling them and I'm charging you a closing cost. The reality of it is that just because I get a 30% closing cost, I make money off of that, doesn't mean I'm going to tell you when I've closed a sale, because the sale itself is much larger than 30% of the sale, obviously. So I always do three-way calls with people on my team. The only time I, would not is if someone called and said, hey, I've talked with this person once, but I'm at work right now. Can you call them? And I'll do that. But I usually record the calls if I do that. So then I can send it to the person on my team and say, here's what happened on the call. Listen to this. Once again, that is accountability, and you have to have that. Even if I'm not, even if we don't do three-way calls and I tell you that I'm doing this, you still don't have any proof, and it's imperative that you have that, because many of these businesses, there is no accountability in it. You really are just hoping for the best, and you're trusting a person that you don't even really know. And to get to know them and to get to trust them, they need to be doing things that show you that you can trust them. You need to prove it. So that's how I handle calling people's leads in the beginning and working with them and helping them, because you're learning, you're knowing I'm telling you the truth, and we're getting you up and running quicker. And the other thing I want to talk about, people ask a lot, is sponsor shopping. But most people know what that is. But if you don't, what tends to happen is in a lot of these programs is people will market. Let's say Joe markets and sends out a big email campaign, postcards, Craigslist, YouTube. And what will happen is that person will see that initial video or ad or anything like that, and they'll go research the program. And what happens is one of the big dogs in the program will pop up on Google or pop up on YouTube, and they'll join that person. So what in essence tends to happen, which happened to me in other programs, is I was marketing, and I didn't realize it until it's too late. I was marketing for my mentor and didn't even know it. So essentially everything that I did would result in people looking up him. Some of the autoresponder emails, encouraged to look up the title of the program on YouTube, and they would find this person, they would join him. So in essence, you're spending money and marketing to help someone else, and you're getting no benefit to yourself. So what we do different is, number one, all your emails, autoresponder, broadcast emails, all have your picture, your information in the bottom of it. It's all your stuff. My autoresponder email, when I was in some of these other programs, had my sponsors' information, which made no sense. So we don't do that. It is your information in it. It is yours. So then people will say, well, how do we know they're going to research and find out, about you? Like they're going to look up Prosperity Nexus Group and find me versus you. Well, what we do different here at Prosperity Nexus Group, which is why I really was attracted to it, is we have strong guidelines and policies, conduct policies, meaning when someone calls you and you don't know where they came from, what marketing source, and they don't tell you, we require you to ask. You need to ask, because if someone calls and says, hey, I talked with Joe first on the Prosperity Nexus Group, but I think I'm interested more in joining you because you've been doing it longer, you have a bigger following, etc. Nope, we don't allow that in the Prosperity Nexus Group. You essentially, if they tell you that, you can answer questions to help, Joe, but you're going to send them back to Joe, and because the reality is when someone talks with someone in the beginning, that is the person that you need to join with. We'll all help each other, but they need to go back and join that person. And if it's found out that you're not doing that, you'll be terminated from the Prosperity Nexus Group. Because we do have a team culture, we do have team calls each Monday, and we have a lot of communication. So it's easy for someone to find out if one of their leads were taken, because what's happened on other teams is, which happened to me once again, you get a lead, they're going to join you, they look up your sponsor, they join your sponsor, you call the lead back later, you find out they join your sponsor. But we don't allow that here, and it can be found out pretty quickly if you do that. So we have that in place to ensure that you don't have people doing that. So, I get a lot of people that come from other team members because I have a lot of YouTube, a decent bit of YouTube videos and following. So I send them back to the people. People on my team have sent people back to me. We work together because, in all honesty, having that guideline of ethics is so critical and helps separate us from other groups and such things as that. And also, what we really, really, really harp on is when you join and you get trained, when you bring someone under your team and they invest in the Prosperity Nexus Group, they're not just investing in the group, they're investing in you. So we have a very strict policy. When someone joins you, you have to help them. You have to get them set up. You even have to set up their marketing stuff for them sometimes. You have to help them get set up. You have to train them. You have to help them with their calls, because that's what someone did for me. That's what I do for people, and that's what you're going to do. We're all going to help one another. So if you join under me and you start bringing in people, and then I get calls from those people that, hey, I joined under so-and-so and he took my money and ran. Well, guess what's going to happen to that person? They're going to get terminated from the Prosperity Nexus Group, because we don't allow that to happen. Because we're kind of founded on having integrity in a business, which, as many of you know, doesn't have much integrity. Because many of these programs, there is no accountability. There's tons of sponsors shopping. And there's tons of, when people join, there's no accountability of monitoring if you're following the guidelines. And what happens is these people, they're the representation of the group. So even though I can operate with integrity and our leadership can, if people are out and about in our group, taking people's money and disappearing, it reflects badly on us. So number one, we don't just let anybody join, because we want to join, have people join that have integrity and that are willing to follow our code of conduct, which you have to sign when you join. And we want to help people, and we don't want to get calls like that. And like I said, if that is found out, you will be terminated from the Prosperity Nexus Group. And so we're very careful with who we let join. We vet. And like I said, we train people well to be successful, to make money, and to help other people change, or help change other people's lives. And so I really encourage you, if you've been in any other businesses, I was in 7 before I found the Prosperity Nexus Group back in the end of 2014, beginning of 2015. If you've been in these programs and you've had someone that let sponsor shopping happen, or they told you they would call their leads and they took your leads from you, or you joined and they disappeared on you, I would really encourage you to check out the Prosperity Nexus Group. It is 180 degrees different than all these other groups. I promise you, it is completely different. I've been a part of probably more than 7, but truly 7 groups I was a part of, fully invested. And so, I keep up with all the other groups, but the Prosperity Nexus Group really, truly, truly operates with the utmost integrity. I remember when I joined and it was explained to me the code of conduct and how we're going to operate and how we're not going to operate, and what should happen if I did choose to operate in that way. So if you've been burned, if you've lost a lot of money, if you've been let down, if you've been misled and you're just frustrated, and but you really want to be able to work at home, you really want to have financial independence, you really want to be able to help other people, then I strongly encourage you. I have my number below. If you would just give that a call, there's like a 62-second message spiel about our business. After that, just leave me a message with your information, your email, your phone number, and I promise you I'll get back with you no later than 36 hours. Usually I try to call people back instantly if I can, but sometimes it's hard to do that. But I usually get back with people always less than 36 hours. So I encourage you to call my number below. I also have my website below. If you want to go check that out, you can do that. I always prefer when people call me, because I would love to have a conversation with you, hear your story, hear what your goals are, how I can help you, and how I can assist you in changing your family's life, your future, your current situation, all those things. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Once again, please reach out to me. I really would like to help you. I really like to help change your view on the home-based business industry. Mine was skewed before I found the Prosperity Nexus Group. I would love to help you guys just, be able to succeed in the way you've been wanting to succeed, and be able to, work with you and to show you that there is integrity left in this business. There are people that care. There's a team that cares and that operates in the right manner. So please reach out to me, guys. Hope you have a great day. Enjoy this wonderful Saturday, and I'll talk with you soon. God bless.